Targeting companies that have your personal information. The threats are now rising, and the I-Team today finding out the surprising move companies are making to protect your information.
Consumer investigator Jason Knowles talked to a tech expert who negotiates with hackers about the trend and what it means for you.
Karen, Judy, thousands of companies with your personal information have been attacked by ransomware this year. Now, despite advice from authorities, experts say some of those companies are now negotiating to pay criminals the ransom. But what should you do if you're a victim?
Cyber criminals attacking consumer information in company databases. Mark Lance from GuidePoint Security says more of those companies are starting to pay the ransom when they're hacked.
The guidance has been to not negotiate, but now people are negotiating and paying ransom.
I think that there's been a realization over the years that there are certain circumstances which might deem it necessary to consider a ransom payment. That could be because there's no longer access to data.
Lance says he's helped thousands of businesses, governments, and nonprofits negotiate ransom when businesses and their information are held hostage. GuidePoint's latest report says that there have been almost 2,200 ransomware attacks on businesses nationwide so far this year.
It might be because their data is encrypted and they no longer have access to systems. And they need that information. And we've also seen instances where it might be more cost effective for them.
There have also been several local cases of ransomware attacks, notably the January hack into Lurie Children's Hospital. Lurie Children's said that some patient information like medical conditions and social security numbers were impacted. However, in this case, they did not pay the ransom. Lurie Children's saying experts have advised that making a payment to cyber criminals does not guarantee the deletion or retrieval of data that has been taken. Once our investigation team identified an amount of data that was impacted by the cyber criminals, we worked closely with law enforcement to retrieve that data. So what should you do if you're personally a victim of a ransomware attack?
The general best practice is to not make payments because there's nothing to hold them accountable.
Lance says cyber criminal organizations that target big businesses typically agree to the terms of the ransom to protect their reputations. But scammers targeting individuals will likely not keep their word and ask for even more money.
The FBI says it does not support anyone paying a ransom, saying it does not guarantee that data will be retrieved, and that ransom deals encourage criminals to target other victims. Instead, report these crimes to the FBI. Karen, Judy, if your consumer information was compromised in a company's data breach, ask if they will offer you free credit monitoring services, kind of like Lurie Children's is doing. But remember, if you are personally a victim at home and attacked, do not pay. There's no guarantee that you will get that information back, and they may ask you for more and more money.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good point. Jason, thank you for all of that and great advice there.
And when we come back here, the up-and-coming